Oh, oh, oh man, I'm really laggy. All right, cool, cool. Can you hear me? Can you? Hello, hello, hello. Hey. All right, so this is not connected to the right microphone. Apparently, that sucks. Is this what is hearing me? Hello, 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 hello. All right, I don't know. I have no idea which one is the side that's working, but I know we have some type of sound. So I will act as if this microphone is working. So welcome back. So we went through the 5 life plans, right? We talked about multiple things. We got a few things here, right? We have the lifestyle stuff, lifestyle stuff, money plan, and then we figured out the the sales plan based off the numbers and stuff like that. Anyways, if you want to do the 5 life plans and go through that, just go ahead and click the link or go to the channel and look at that. And so that will give you access to the 5 life plans. And then if you haven't already, um, everything that I was talking about for the most part is already in the community down in the description box below. If you want to join it, if you don't, that's up to you. No big either way. If you do, good. If you don't, good. All right. So today, we left you on the cliffhanger yesterday about the 14 whys. And so the 14 whys is what we're going to start with today. Before I talk about the 14 whys, the reason why your whys are so important is because it anchors you to really the whole reason why you're doing it. Like, why is it that you wake up in the morning? Why do you go to work? Just to pay bills? That's not a good why. That's going to lead to burnout, right? Now, if you have a stronger why, then when you have moments of low times, that's going to push you through that moment into the stratosphere or into more consistency. Because when you have a why, then you have a purpose, basically. So my why, well, we'll go through that. But my why before, it was very generic, right? It wasn't deep. There was no depth to it. And so through this whole process, I began to really truly find out what it is that is my deeper why. And what I found out is that having one why is good, but having multiple is even better. And so one day I was just like, I wonder if I could go 14 whys deep. I actually have the book right here, the ideas book. So I started writing in this, and I would show you, but I have no idea where it is because it's somewhere in here. So I created this thing because I wanted to find out for myself, just from straight head into uh, paper, right? What would come out? And so my original 14 one was like something like, oh, I'm doing this, for my girlfriend at the time, and for the baby who wasn't born. That was like the basic, why that I had. The only why really I had. And I did do a video and stuff of it too as well because it was one person, I don't know, maybe I saw a YouTube video or something like that, said, hey, record yourself talking about your why. And I said, okay. So I recorded myself talking about my why. And that's what became of this. And so for me, I gotta pull it up because I have a trillion gazillion docs. 14 lines, boom. Just so I make sure that I don't show you stuff that I should show you. Let me just put this over here while we pull this out. Pull this out. Boom. That's perfect. All right. Now we can officially take you through the framework. And it's very basic. It's not This video is probably going to be very short because it's not that long. It's not that complicated. You could take action on this literally in the next minute, like right now. And so I did this, and you're going to see right here. And so taking you through my 14 whys. This is exactly how it's written on the paper. And so these are my 14 whys. This is how we create purpose. So here's the framework. All I start with, I am doing this because, or I am doing this to blank, right? So one, give you the whole picture. I'm doing this to create a better life for my sons. I'm doing this to create a better life for my wife. I'm doing this to create a better life for myself. I'm doing this to create a better life for my moms. I have multiple moms. That's just autocorrect. I am doing this to have more time to do what I want. I am doing this to be the example that I never had. I am doing this because I never want money to be my limitation for not doing, not being, not having. That one, I know exactly where that came from. And of course, it came from, the spirit realm into my head and then out, you know. But there's a person, his name is Reverend Ike. And Reverend Ike is an amazing person, right? So he talks about the Bible in a different way than most, right? Most people want you to be like down here, right? You can't even see how down. It's like further down than what you can even see on the screen. Now, Reverend Ike always has that. Uh, I don't want my limitation for not doing, not being, not having. So that came from it. Um, but again, I'm just writing it down as I go. And so 8, I'm doing this to be able to feed the Velasco legacy with wealth and knowledge so that we grow forever. Because for me, it's always about growth. Always about growth. As you saw, I'll show you again because I don't know, maybe we have some new people here. But I have plenty of books there, and those are not even all the books I have. And so for me, growing yourself is more valuable than growing something else, like someone else's vision, someone else's business, focusing on the company. If you focus on self, you'll naturally bring that into the company, right? So if you get better, right, if you personally develop, that's such a big help for everybody else. Because naturally, okay, for the example, if it's you and your wife is like, I'm taking care of me, I'm taking care of you for me, and then it's like vice versa. It's like, no, the wife should be taking care of her, so that her taking care of herself equals out to care for you. Me, the husband taking care of himself is uh, taking care of the wife too, because if we take care of ourselves, then we could bridge that gap and feed into other people, right? That's very important. So like growth to me is a very important thing, and I don't want when you stay stagnant, that's when everything just keeps going, right? Everything keeps going. Like people are going to keep making books. Technology is going to keep moving forward. So if you just stay still, you're already behind. One day, just stay still one day. There's actually this podcast I listen to called The Cyberwire, just to keep me updated on the cyber world, right? Or the internet world for simple sake. And so I listen to that because I know every day it changes. Like every day it's something new, a new hack, a new, breach, a new something. So without us, with me just staying still and not doing that, that means I'm behind already, right? And so the growth aspect is very important to me. I'm doing this, and now mind you, I have 14 of these, right? So now I'm going through all 14 of these. It's like these are all my whys. I'm sure I could create more, but these are all my whys because the 14th one was like the end all be all for me. And that's my mission statement right there that you probably saw if you watched the other video of the life plans part 1 or first video, first live. You'll see that that's part of my mission right here. And that's how important the why is. The why leads to your mission. All right. I'm doing this because I finally found something I could commit myself 20 years to do. I've never had that kind of commitment to do something. So what I'm doing now, coaching, helping people, talking to people, and helping them, better themselves, that's something that I truly enjoy. Like being able to feed the knowledge that I have cultivated over time and giving that synthesized information to the people because they don't need everything, right? Because if I give them everything, they'll take no action. Just like I said earlier on a different day, if you, having all the softwares means that I do none of the work because it takes me, if I have to link these 20 softwares together, then what does that mean? That means that I have to log into this one all the way to the 20th one. And then finally, when I log into everything, then I'm sure it's like, now I got to go back to the beginning and do it all again. That's the whole process. It probably takes just like 20 minutes just to log into every account or all the accounts if it's 20 of them. So anyways, 10. I'm doing this because of the kind of person that I will become by doing it. I'm doing this because of the inspiration I will bring to my wife and kids to have them want to reach their full potential. I'm doing this to buy the most spectacular house and make memories with the people I love. I'm doing this because I want to have the vision where other people are inspired to join into my vision. This one is big. The only reason why I say that is think about it. Elon Musk, right? His vision is so big, the whole world can fit in there. Literally the whole world. If you are of Earth and you're going to be a multiplanetary species, right? The Earth and Mars being conquered, that means that everybody on planet Earth fits into that mission. So that's, I would say, the biggest mission on the planet, right? And that's why I don't know. Let's see. Let's do it together. I don't know if he's the richest right now anymore, but he was. Let's see. Elon Musk net worth $500 billion. Let me see. Is let's ask the question. Is Elon? There we go. Is Elon Musk the richest? Yes. All right. And it makes total sense. Because if you think about it, his mission is so big. Every single person on planet Earth could fit into that mission. All right, let's give you another example. What about Facebook, right? We got Mark Zuckerberg. Well, he's making billions of dollars. Why is that? Because his vision for Facebook, the social media platform that started off as basically scraps and then it became something. This whole thing is a mission to connect people, connect the world together, right? And so the world fits again into that. That's why there's so many users on there. Okay, let's give you another example. Jeff Bezos, right? He has Amazon. He's about the customer. The customer is always right. And so because he's about the customer, well, who fits in that? Well, everybody who's a customer of Amazon. Most of the things I have here came from Amazon, to be honest. Like I ain't going to the store if I don't have to. If I don't need it today, I'm not going to the store. I'll just Amazon it, right? And so having a big enough vision for other people to fit in there. Now, those visions are massive. Like, you don't have to be that massive, right? You just have to have a big enough vision for somebody else to fit in. So, for example, there's people that I was a mobile mechanic, right? And so, as a mobile mechanic, if I'm thinking small, I'm like, it's just me. All I have to do the quotes, I have to do the billing, I have to do the calling of the customers, I have to get the reviews, I have to fix the cars, I have to answer the calls, I have to answer the texts, the emails, I have to do it all, right? So do the ads, marketing. All right. Well, if I have a big enough vision and I'm like, I'm gonna make this not just a one car mobile mechanic show. I'm gonna turn this into a 10-car fleet and then a 100-car fleet. Okay, how many people can fit into that vision? Well, all the mobile mechanics or all the technicians that are working on cars or mechanics, what have you, they have the ability to fit in there because now it's not limited to just one car. There's multiple cars, right? Well, okay. Well, if I license it and be like, hey, let me show you how to have a proper mobile mechanic business and how to start making money. Then it's like, okay, I give that to the people, and a lot more people could fit into that vision. Practically everybody, right? Well, mechanically inclined people, right? But so having a vision to have people be inspired to join your vision is so valuable. And so that led to the final one. I'm doing this because I want to help 7,200 people have the knowledge, the power, and the ability to help another 7,200 people to achieve a better life for themselves. This part came after. When I said that, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I don't know why it was 7,200. It just like that just popped out, right? And I'm like, whoa. But let me put you on some game real quick. So in numerology, right? Zero doesn't count. It doesn't exist. But 72 here, right? In numerology, you separate the numbers. So it would be 7 plus 2, which equals 9. And so 9 is the number of completion. So that made total sense. And I wanted to get to 14. Okay. Well, the reason why the number is 14 is because I'm a life path number 5. So I wanted it to equal 5. So not only did I hit my 5, I also hit the completion number at the last one that I was planning on hitting. So at this point, I was finished. I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm done. And there's other people who've done this and they only made it to 9, right? But that ninth one was so powerful that they're like, yeah, I don't know how to top this. And you don't have to top it. It's not about topping. This is about just opening up yourself to creating these whys. And then you have this paper that you could just read. And it's like, all right, fuck, I don't feel like doing shit today. Read this. Why are you doing it? 70 to 100 people are counting on me right now to actually accomplish this mission so that they could achieve a better life for themselves and so that they could leave that ripple effect impact to everybody else too, to create their own 7200. And so when I did 7200 times 7200, right, that's what gave me the 51,840 number. 51 million is what I'll call it. So 51 million people would be helped by accomplishing my mission. So if 51 million people could fit into this vision, would you say that this vision is big enough for other people to fit in? I would say so. And so for me, it becomes a thing where, and I'm pointing this way because I have two screens. So we have this screen and then we have that screen. All right. Anyways, so for me, it's like this vision is massive, more massive than I thought. Like I would rather like be the guy in the background, not show my face to you guys, and not talk about nothing because I would just rather be with my family chilling. But I know that what I have in this mouth of mine or in this mouth mind of mine to let out through the mouth is so valuable for people to hear, and they need to hear it because there's a lot of people out there who need the help and they don't have it. They don't have access to it, and so the only way to change that is by giving them the information. If you seek, you shall find. So maybe you're seeking for some knowledge right now, and this video popped up. Well, congratulations. Maybe this gave you the information that you needed to move you forward in your journey. So for that, congrats, and keep going. Your mission is not over. Even when I hit this 7,200 number, if I do like this is something that I could see it taking me a lifetime, but it could also happen really quick. Let's say if I for the example. This is why I'm like this could happen really quick. All right, let's say the association is with Mr. Beast. You guys probably have heard of him in some kind of capacity. Well, what if Mr. Beast says, "Hey, go click this guy's link"? Okay, well, probably 10,000 people, if not more, 100,000 people are gonna go through the link, and it's like boom, there goes my 7,200 people like that, right? So that could be a day. It could be a year. It could be 10 years. It could be 20 years. But it's something that I already know that because of the impact that I'm leaving on people's lives, it's well worth it. So it doesn't matter. I'm gonna just keep going. And so once the 7,200 number is in sight, maybe I'll switch to a different number. or maybe the focus would be a little bit different. And so that's the 14 whys right there. So the question that I have for you is, what are your 14 whys? And don't beat yourself up if you are struggling to get to 14. Don't force it. Let it naturally happen. All this was natural, believe it or not. Of course, like the beginning part was just to start it, give it a basic sequence. And then after that, I just let it flow. Because when I started using because right here, I was literally focused on I'm doing this too. I'm doing this too. I'm doing this too. And then I start getting into it. And I'm like, I'm doing this because I'm doing this to be able. I'm doing this because, right? And then so that's when the passion started coming through and shining through. And it was just straight from the subconscious mind into the conscious mind into the world, right? And so if you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed any of the videos that I have, we're always doing a lot more. Down in the description box below, we have a link to join the I Learned It from the Internet community. And that's where we talk about, I mean, like, you have access to me as a resource in there, right? So you have access to me. There's a bunch of other people in there that also provide immense amount of value. So if you want to be a part of a community that wants to help you grow and achieve your dreams, and also, by the way, something that I did mention probably before, besides on a different one, uh, is that we offer commissions. So this community is literally for us to grow together. I don't want to grow by myself. Like, that's pointless. To be at the top and being like, haha, yeah, I made it by myself. I just had to like kill like 20,000 people that I loved and that I was so close to just to get here. But guess what? It was worth it. So I'm fine with that. That's horrible to be at the top by myself. Like, okay, I have a wife and kids now. Okay, well, if I make it to the top and they're not there because I did some fuck shit to get there, it's pointless. There's no point in doing something like that where it just destroys every other aspect of your life. Relationships is one big pillar, just like wealth is. So if you're putting it all into one, that's a recipe for disaster for sure. Now, if you're putting it all into one specific thing, you, right? You, then the impact of that, it just ripples through. All this knowledge just from books, right? It's like, okay, that gives me better understanding. From courses, that gives me better understanding. From coachings, that gives me better understanding. Mentorships, masterminds, all that. So it's like, invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, who will? I'm not going to invest in you if you're not willing to invest in yourself. Don't invest in me if I'm not willing to invest in myself. Because if I don't believe in me, then why should you, right? But anywho, click the link in the description box below. I hope you enjoy the 42 Whys. Join the community. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And guess what? I didn't introduce myself. My name is Emmanuel Velasco, in case you guys didn't know. I talk about mindset, fitness, all type of business stuff, and much, much more, because this mind of mine has a bunch to leak out. And so, with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video.